3, 2, 1.
Time to get paid, blow. Time to get paid. Time to get paid, blow up like. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Promise it's all good. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. It's all good. Get paid, get paid, get paid. Blow up like. I'm blowing up like you thought I would.
Happy holidays. What's good? Did you enjoy your holiday? Did the big jolly guy come through your chimneys? Did he? We made it. We made it, family. We made it. We made it through the holidays. Some of us wanted to be home. Other people didn't want to be home. Some people don't have stuff to go home to for the holidays. Some of us are blessed to have something to come home to. I want everybody that watches my channel to figure out a way how they can be blessed in their own way and bless their own families for years to come. What I'm about to show you is something that was obviously emailed to me, and it shows the possibilities that happen and with making the money. I break this paycheck down for you, from the hours, the night differential, the overtime, the term length, so on and so forth. Almost $100,000 for the year in less than 2 years. I can't make this stuff up. You just gotta want it. No excuses behind it. Just gotta want it. You want it, is there. If you want it, is there. The new year is coming. I will continue attempting to bless you, to send love your way, to provide the information that's most recent and up to date for all the crafts. And hopefully we'll all be smiling and grinding. This is JH. Take a peek. Take a peek. This is what this individual achieved. Not an easy task. But he climbed that ladder. And no elevator. He climbed the ladder to the top. And this was only a second year. Not even the second year, full year. And it only goes up from there. Y'all have yourself a great one. So, somebody sent me an email. I figured, let's go through it together, shall we? Oh! Check it out. Beautiful, it opened up and you didn't get to see the individual's information. But now it's easier for me to break down. Let's see. This individual stated that they were a carrier for less than 2 years. Less than 2 years. So, within a year and some change, they eventually converted to regular. Let's look at this in detail. If you look here in the corner, you will see the rate of pay. This is considered the salary. Right here where you see says 40 hours, right? For 40 hours of actual W meaning work, this individual gets paid $44,986 a year. That's the that's the rate for the year. This individual is making 44 grand base pay. So this is here on this corner, just to break down your thing. It says week 2. It's the second week of their work over here in this corner. Everybody wants to look at everything else. Now we look over here where it says O for overtime. This individual had 34.73 hours of overtime in week 2. right? Underneath that, N means of those hours for this specific week, they worked 13.81 hours of night differential pay. Got that? So there's work hours, type meaning work hours. Sorry about that. Type meaning work hours, O meaning overtime hours, N meaning night differential. And then it goes back over into, if you look here in the corner, week 1. That's the first week. So it actually goes from week 1 up to week 2. So during the first week, the individual worked 13.64 hours of overtime. No, I'm sorry, nighttime differential. They worked 39 hours of overtime, 40 hours at the regular work rate. This up here is nighttime differential for the second week. So do we understand that? Yes, we're breaking this down so you guys can actually see what all this garbage means. Now, for his 40 hours straight up here on the top row, what he gets paid per week is only $865. What he made in overtime was $1,126. He made $14 of night differential pay. Again, that $865, $1,276 in overtime, $13.91 in night differential pay. All right, so his gross for this period, gross, was $4,168.40. That's a big chunk of money. He got taxed quite a bit. That goes into his retirement, his Medicare, etc., etc. He has stuff. He's investing, it looks like. Social Security. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. So he brought home about $2,666. You're like, oh man, that sucks for 80 hours of work. Well, look at what this carrier made for the year. Almost $100,000. $98,028 for the year. On his second year of work, not even his full second year of working. Y'all don't hear me. Let me turn down the jazz in the background. You didn't hear what I just said. He made almost $100,000 in his second year of work, and he is barely at the 30-year-old mark. Who makes $100,000 in their second year of work at 30-something years old? You don't hear it. You don't hear it. You don't hear it. Ooh, year to date. That's tough. That's tough. We don't gonna go through all this other personal stuff, but I want you to look over here in the corner where it says annual leave. His prior year annual leave balance was only 68 hours. Annual leave earned year to date, 100 hours. Holiday, didn't earn no holiday. Annual leave used to date. He only used 32 hours of annual leave. 32. Let's break that down. Was that 8 hours a day? 24, that's 4 days. Right? 4 times 8. 4 days that he used for annual leave. Earned annual leave balance, 136. Plus another 4 hours. Available annual leave balance, 140. Woo! Sick leave. 4 hours he earned. Sick leave for prior year, 52 hours. Sick leave earned year to date is 100 hours. How much sick leave did he use? 8 hours. He called out 1 day for sick. He used 1 day of sick leave, it seems. 4 days of annual leave. 5 days off of work. But look how much time. Current sick leave balance, 144 hours. This tell me this person's a grinder. I ain't never speak to this person, but this tell me this person's a grinder. 144 hours of sick leave available. 140 hours of annual leave available. Do you see that? That is 280 something hours that he can use at any given time. That, number one, that's a grinder. 280 hours. I ain't got the math in my head, but that's a few days. That's a few days. 280 hours. 40 hours in a work week, right? 40 times 2, that's 80. 80 times. Man, that's a month and a half he's accumulated so far. Easy, 2 months. 280. I'm trying to do the math. 8. I can't figure it out. But y'all will figure it out. I'll figure it out before I do the actual video to this. But my peoples, this, I think he said a year and a half working. Half a year last year and then a full year this year. And this is where the truth comes in. This is the 26th pay period of 2021. 26th pay period of 2021. This was his last check for the year. Yes, he paid a lot in taxes, but I don't want to hear nothing about nobody talking about, oh, I could have made that at Amazon my second year there. Yeah, right. Well, it's only, he's a carrier. I just showed you what a PSC, not a distribution clerk, what is that other clerk? The processing clerk, what she made, and she was only 20 years old. Now I'm showing you what a carrier less than 2 years has made. You gotta want this. But Jay, we don't have no time to spend it. You'll have plenty of time to spend it. Learn how to balance your time out. Always got that one person, but yeah, I bet they don't have a life. I bet you they got more options in their life though. More options. See, that's a shallow thought process. But we ain't gonna go into that. But I just need you to see that. Look at that big number. Look at that big number. That year to date. Almost $100,000. Less than $2,000 short of $100K for the year. We're about to bust down this video. Let's get it.